now, coming to you live from atop the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's the one, the only, PUCL Podcast.
It's PUCL! PUCL! It's PUCL! PUCL! Pokémon Underground Champions League, oh yeah! PUCL! PUCL.
And welcome to the 561st episode of the PUCL Podcast. I am your host, Trainer Thatch, here today with my spectacular co-host. We've got the one and only Clawf9 himself.
What's up, Puckle? Woo!
Or I should say Clawf9. I like Clawf9. This is the nickname I'm giving you.
Okay.
Clawf9. And then we've got, of course, Sharkfinnigan. There wasn't a shark Pokemon, so
hello.
Give you a new name.
Sharpedo?
So, no, there wasn't like a new one. There wasn't a new one, Claude. Or, I mean, Klawf.
Oh, yes, I'm Klawf. Okay. I'll go change my name on the Discord.
Oh, no. Oh, right. No, my Discord name right now is Sharkfinnigan Truly Woodo. Oh my gosh, why can't I say it at the moment? Truly Woodo. There we go.
And welcome to the PUCL Podcast. Welcome to the PUCL Podcast, which of course stands for the Pokemon Underground Champions League, a nonsensical name we made up in 2007, where we talk everything Pokemon from the trading card game to the video game and everything in between. We've got a wonderful show for you today because this was like a big week in Pokemon, like for a lot of reasons. I mean, obviously, like the show title says, hey, we're going to go over this trailer that had like a nice amount of things to talk about, which I'm actually really excited to get into today. But we'll push that off until a little bit later. Because there were like a few things that came up that I found super interesting and I really liked. And one of the other things that happened this week, though, was that Lost Origins, the new TCG set, finally dropped, which was really exciting because this is the one I've been waiting for a little bit, because this is like the first time a set released since I've gotten back into the TCG.
Yeah.
There was like a unnecessarily long time, too, between these. I mean, I guess Pokemon Go came out while I was there, but that's not like a real Pokemon set. You know, it was like one of those like, hey, we made some fun cards, and then Radiant Charizard is okay.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, yeah, that's the only thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was about to say, hey, there's Radiant Charizard in there, but I guess that really was it, isn't it?
Radiant Charizard, I think, is the only one that saw like a serious amount of play. I think the next follow-up is obviously like the Mewtwo V and V-Star. Those saw some play. And I mean, we did get like a really fun budget deck out of Pokemon Go. In terms of like the Solrock Lunatone, like that's a really fun budget deck.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was a fun. I remember you playing that on stream.
Yeah, that's a really fun budget deck.
Not Magikarp? What are you talking about? Magikarp was a great deck.
Okay, Magikarp's not that fun though.
I had a blast with Magikarp.
I'm not going to tell you that you can't have fun playing it, but I personally did not have fun playing it.
Well, that's fine.
To me, it felt like a worse version of just like playing Mad Party.
Yes, it is. 100%.
Where you just have to discard X number of Pokemon into your discard anyway.
Well, now there's Spiritomb, which is even better.
Yeah, Spiritomb is pretty much the same thing, right? So, and it probably is better. Spiritomb is a pretty decent card, so I'll accept that. But it's very interesting in those regards. It's been a fun time to sit down and think about it. Just new cards, new things to play with. And it's enough of like a thing where it wasn't like power creep, I don't think this time. It just brought a lot of things in that were already at the same level. That's kind of what I feel. In terms of like Palkia is really good, right? Palkia is like what everybody was scared of.
Well, Palkia is still the deck to beat.
Yeah, Palkia is absolutely 100% best deck in format. I still believe Palkia and Teleon is best deck in format currently.
Easily.
I'm more trying to future-proof myself anyway for like post-rotation. I'm trying to play as few cards out of D block as possible because rotation happens in January, which is going to be kind of spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's going to be great because Inteleon's going to be gone. Like, as a person who plays Inteleon...
What else do we lose for D block?
Well, we lose Inteleon. We lose... I mean, that's the biggest one, I think, is that we lose that. I mean, the turn of this, stuff like that goes away. I think we get to keep Urshifu.
Does Marnie go away or no?
Oh, Marnie does go away, yeah. Marnie goes away. So it's going to be hand disruption right now. We don't have like a a good replacement for right now.
But I'm sure they'll put something in the next set.
I mean, we have Roxanne, right?
But yeah, that's it.
Where if you have 3 prize cards or less remaining, you can force your opponent to like go down to a hand size of 2 while you get 6, which I think is a much more balanced version of N. So I'll accept that. So we have that, but I'm sure in Scarlet and Violet, like the intro set to Scarlet and Violet, we're going to have some kind of, new hand disruption. That's not Marnie. It'll be Nimona. We'll get Nimona, and Nimona will do something different. It'll be some kind of N/Marnie hand disruption.
Mm-hmm. Problem.
Which I'm here for. Honestly, I just don't want I want Marnie to go away anyway, because when you go to actual events, because the way that Marnie's worded, it says you have to shuffle your hand and then put it on the bottom of your deck. If you actually watch like the actual TCG competitions on stream, when they shuffle their hand, they have to offer the option to cut the hand to their opponent.
Wow.
And we're talking about shuffling like anywhere from like 2 to 6 cards typically, right? But you have to do it because it's a shuffle, so you have to offer your opponent the chance to cut the deck.
Interesting.
And so I would love for that bottom of the deck shuffle your hand thing to go away. I would love for that to go away. I've
never had that. I've never seen that. I think because I know because I've played Magic the Gathering, and there's a lot of random at the bottom, but I've never seen it where you had to actually formally offer it before.
Yeah, if you watch the streams, they do it every time. And it's very frustrating to watch.
Oh, wow.
I can imagine.
It's very frustrating because you're just like, that's too much work. It's too much work. But yeah, it's been, I mean, I'm excited because it's a new set. I'm slightly upset because my wife worked when has to work now, or not work, but go to class for a master's degree, like the night that I was going to League. So I haven't been able to go to League in the past couple of weeks, but I'm hoping maybe I can get back into it soon and just go play some physical Pokemans again. If not, I'm going to force like Seth and Claude to play me with like webcams looking at our like playmats.
Sure.
And we'll practice that way.
Yep.
Because you can play PTCGO, but it's not the same if you try to go to a competition.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's just not
I
the
think
same.
we're all playing something different, at least.
I'm gonna build a lot of things.
Yes, I know you're gonna build a lot, but
I'm building a lot of things because I don't know which one I like the best right now, and I'm gonna build a lot because I want to. I was looking into actually Kyurem VMAX right now.
I think it has potential.
It is. I think it's on the same tier as like what's it called was Ice Rider.
Well, don't you just replace your Ice Rider with Kyurem Vs and then call it a day?
Yeah, you can essentially. It also relies far less on like the Inteleon engine, just based on like how the attack works. So you can get around a lot of things. So you can play like a Bibarel engine instead, which saves you so much deck space.
Running one Oran Guru just to
it saves you so much deck space. You can run Cross Switcher then and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Oran Guru helps because you can get your own energy acceleration on the Kyurem. It's great. So it's a really fun deck. So I'm probably the only problem is like I was just talking about D block cards being awful, and I don't want any more of them. Oran Guru is unfortunately a D block card.
Yeah, but you need a 1 of Oran Guru, and it's like maybe 20 cents.
Yeah, exactly. Oh well, no. I have one. The problem is I just don't want to have one because then the deck's irrelevant after rotation. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Well, not entirely irrelevant. I'm sure we'll get some kind of other thing to make that work, but it's just definitely frustrating to be like, goodbye, Oran Guru. Oran Guru has been a good card. So, but yeah, that deck is kind of fun. That deck, I played a lot of it this morning, actually, before the show. And I'm really digging it because it's no longer, when I was playing Ice Rider felt like a math problem every match, and playing Kyurem does not feel like a math problem because you just want to load up as much energy on the Kyurem all the time, just so you can dump as much off.
You can count it a lot easier.
Yeah, you can just count it a lot easier, yeah. And you can keep it stacked pretty easily, and it's a little bit fatter. So, like, that 10 HP is actually huge, having, like, 330 instead of 320. Mm-hmm. That's pretty big. But, yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I'm sorry, we didn't talk about what Shark wanted to do this week. Claude and I were really excited about, I mean, we were talking about this, like, 10 minutes before the show started, too.
We both streamed it, so...
Yeah, we did both stream it, yeah.
Like, we both streamed our box openings, so...
Yeah, we're both into it. So are you coming to Arlington, Claude?
I can't. I have a show.
Oh no!
Womp womp.
That's the last weekend of a show that I'm in.
No, there's gonna be a lot of us there, I think.
I know. I'm really upset that I can't. But the thing is, I will be up there the next weekend. Like the weekend of Christmas, I will be in that area. So
well, maybe we catch up then, Claude.
Oh, yo, Shark, I fully plan on finding you at some point, and we'll go have some fun.
Yep.
Cool. Well, on that note, let's go kick it on over to the news, because we've got some things to talk about. So cue that epic music.
Live from the Lavender Town Radio Tower. This just in.
And welcome to the news. We've got a few things to talk about that aren't the trailer today. The first being that with the announcement of the trailer, we also got a new Scarlet and Violet Edition Switch OLED releasing on November 4th, which is in pattern with every single other Pokemon release. There's been a Pokemon console to go with it. I think for the past, I don't know. I think since technically X and Y. Yeah. They did have like the special edition X and Y 3DSs that dropped as well. So this has been going on a while, but like this Switch looks pretty. I love the dock.
Oh yeah, the dock looks great.
I really think Nintendo is mishandling how they do special edition consoles, because I think they could make so much more money if they just sold me the Joy-Con and sold me the dock.
The Joy-Cons.
Oh yeah.
I would drop easily $80 to $100 on these Joy-Con right now.
Really?
The fact that right now I would have to buy like a whole Switch is absurd to me to get it.
Yeah, I think the Switches tend to be like the most designed. They really go kind of all out, whether for good or for bad, depending on your takes on it. I kind of like the little like kind of high school motif they're going with, like all the little like just symbols on the back of the Switch itself. But the Joy-Con I think is the best of this.
I love the Joy-Con. I don't know that I care at all about the back of the Switch. I think the dock looks wonderful too. I want the Joy-Cons in the dock. Like, so if anybody just wants the Switch, and we can work out a deal, okay? I'll work out it. I will literally work out a deal for this dock and these Joy-Con. All right. So Sword and Shield, we got a few things. First of all, Ash's Surfetched, you can download it. The code is on our Discord server or on Cerebi, whichever place you like to frequent for your download codes to get Ash's Surfetched. Also, for the rest of September, Europe has codes for Genesect, Volcania, and Marshadow. If a location does email codes again, we will mention it in our Discord. But yeah, right now the codes aren't out. I mean, we could just probably get the PK8s and like just give those out to the patrons or something. So
you could.
Maybe that's what we do this week. Because the team of the episode definitely isn't going to be exciting. So I'm just throwing it out there. It's not going to be. Dude, the team of the team of the episode is going to be like, hey, do you want another Kyogre, Yveltal, Zashinkor? Oh my gosh, no, I was actually right. I hate that I was right. Okay. And I was absolutely right. I hate that I called that. I hate that I called it. I really hate it.
Just do an about face and just pull a team of the episode from, like, just pull a team from, like, Series 1 or something.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to.
Actually,
like, holy crap, this meta is so stale, and it's existed for like a week.
It's all the broken things, and there's very little variety. You got to have the best things.
It's very easy to get on top of the broken things. It's very easy to be on top. But all right, so we're gonna go ahead. We'll move on. I'm gonna let Shark talk about things that aren't triggering.
Yeah. Speaking about other giveaways, there is leaked information that GameStop will be giving away their own shiny Eternatus starting this next upcoming weekend. The 18th is what it's looking like.
Nice.
So
Yay!
we finally get legal shiny Eternatus. Yay!
Somebody complained on Twitter. They're just like, oh hey, why do they even do it at the end? And I'm just like, well, they've traditionally just always done this at the end of every generation.
Yep.
They did it with Necrozma at the end of Sun and Moon. I think they did something very similar with Xerneas and Yveltal at the end of Gen 6
and
as
Toothpaste
well.
Zygarde,
Toothpaste Zygarde.
They did that already.
That's
so.
Zygarde.
Yeah.
Dude, Toothpaste Zygarde. Yeah. I mean, I like the shinies since Gen 6. They've done a very good job.
Yeah, most of the shinies have been pretty good, but it's just funny. I just always think of, like, Toothpaste.
Yeah, they just started designing shinies, so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you're still playing Sword and Shield, through September 8th, Shiny Snom are in raids. It's not too bad to check, since Snom are only 21% 5 stars, with 2% of them being shiny. So it's a little less than 10% if you find a 5-star Snom raid. Much better where there's only one Pokemon in raids, since changing your system data is pretty fast for you to check anyway. So apparently it's pretty good to get Shiny Snom. Yay.
Yeah.
I don't know that I care. But yeah. All right, Shark, last one for this, and then we're going to let Claude have fun.
For the last of those fun events that you get for Sword and Shield, the Champion League tournament will be happening starting September 23rd through the 25th. It'll allow Pokemon that are previously used, or it's a single battle competition where you only use the Pokemon from previous region champions. So you get to use things like Charizard and Gyarados and all the legendary all the pseudo dragons like Dragapult and Rillaboom and Garchomp. But for what you also get a couple of the rematch teams that you get in, like, from Blue and Lance and in the Fire Red, Leaf Green, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. So you get Tyranitar, but you also get I'm
very excited.
A few others like Kukui or Trace. So there's a couple of exclusions there. I don't think, I think.
Well, neither of them are real champions. Neither of them are real.
Yeah, and for what I was looking at the list here, and Gardevoir is not on the list, which Diantha would have been able to theoretically have used if there was Megastones. But for whatever reason, there's a Carbink here, and I don't know if that's why. I'm trying to figure out what champion uses Carbink.
Interesting. Yeah, this is a fun-sounding tournament.
Yeah.
My favorite tournaments that Pokemon runs. Yeah, my favorite tournaments that Pokemon runs are the ones that, like, have very limited dexes like this.
Mm-hmm. And it's all like, and you can only use the fully evolves. you can't use you can't use like, Pikachu or, like Scorbunny. No, it's only Cinderace, only Rillaboom, things like that.
I love it.
Yeah.
This sounds amazing.
So yeah.
This is amazing. I'm here for this. I'm very excited. Very, 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 very excited. All right. So, Claude, there's been some Pokemon Unite news. I want you to
has there ever been Pokemon Unite news? For those of you that have been playing for the past week, you probably just got your Mew. It takes about a couple of days to get all the stuff from you if you want to do it for free and not spend gems and money on it. I know, I just got mine a couple of days ago, I think yesterday. But we have our next announcement is Dodrio. It comes next week, I believe on like Tuesday or Wednesday when they usually drop everything. And that's going to be really exciting. They also just announced today, as we're recording this, Clefairy and Clefable are coming, I think, October 14th or mid-October, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be good.
I'm kind of excited for that, although it doesn't look nearly as good as I wanted it to be. But that's fine.
That's fine. You got to turn that Puff into Tough, okay?
Puff into Tough is fine, but Clefairy into Clefable is pretty meh.
I'm okay with that. You know what? It's good in the real games. It can be meh in Pokemon.
100% good in the real games. It doesn't have to be good here.
Yeah.
I'm excited. A lot of that's going to be super, super fun to have and whatnot.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute. Yeah. Pokemon Unite, still doing things. I mean, I still like Pokemon Unite. It's a lot of fun. I haven't played in the new stadium yet. I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, the new stadium's a lot of fun.
I was going to play this week, and then, yeah. I've just had a month. It's okay. All right. So, the Pokemon Go. Tell us more, Shark, about Pokemon Go.
Next weekend, September 18th, we get the Rock and Rolla Community Day, where you can evolve. To get Meteor Beam as the charge, which actually looks pretty good. Where it actually gives you like high damage and guaranteed attack up in trainer battles. So that looks pretty solid. And also you get quarter hatch distance with all the other typical bonuses you get for Community Day. And otherwise, the only other news that we have that we know for sure is that Shedinja and Starmie are going to be the research rewards for October and November.
One of those is much lamer than the other. I don't know that Starmie needs to be a research reward, but that's okay.
Maybe they're trying to do it for the competitiveness. I mean, they have Medicham this month.
It sounds like they're just giving people a chance to get it that weren't around when it first came out.
Yeah, actually, wait.
Probably.
They're pushing
Yeah, they should
Staryu in the
okay.
research or the special research right now. They're doing with Cosmog. There's 2 Staryus that are in the rewards.
Oh, because it's light. It's light. That's
yeah,
why.
It's lights and stars. Like, it makes sense
light.
there, but I'm like...
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Now that makes a lot more
It
sense.
checks out. It checks out. It checks out. Yeah. All right. So Puckle's Poke prediction time. This is part 2 of the Terrestrialization trilogy. What typing do you expect to be the Terrestrialization that you see the most often used in competitive? Ghost is pretty good. I think Ghost is a good answer. Good answer.
Steel and Fairy are the other 2 big ones that come to mind.
I think Steel will happen a lot for defensive uses.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think offensively if there's anything that's like
there is one type. I will say mine. I listened last week. I think Ice is going to be a fairly decent offensive typing. I don't think it's near the worst. I think you get it on a sweeper and you can be able to bolt beam.
I agree with you that it's not going to be the worst.
Yeah, but like...
That's what I said last week. That's what I said last week, and nobody believed me. Okay?
Oh, yes, I know. I
think
believe
grass is gonna be
Pokemon
the
still
least
need
used.
to have that move, like a move of that type. Like, I understand for like all the dragons who have that ability, yes. Like, that can work, like offensively, but I feel like you're gonna see more things like Ghost, where it's like, imagine T-Tar, and now it's Ghost. And suddenly, like, you're trying to hit it with fighting moves, and you can't. Like, I can also see things like Ground suddenly being big, both offensively
Ground,
and
Dirt.
defensively.
That was one of the other ones that I know for a fact is going to be huge. Ground, because that just gives you a great coverage move and whatnot. And it has
the fact that now, like, all electric moves, like, there's a possible immunity. I can potentially see flying if Ground becomes too powerful.
I think the number one will be electric.
Yeah.
I think electric is another big one that a lot of...
Electric is actually a really good pick.
It's both offensively and
it's
defensively
one weakness.
really good. You put it on something like a Latios, like a Latios that, you can be, because it already
trying to
gets
break
naturally
Melodic or something,
Thunderbolts, and you're with Levitate. So therefore, no weaknesses, and you spam a really powerful offensive type.
So the one thing that I think we don't talk about enough when we have these conversations either is like the effect of terrestrialization on a type that you already have as well. So like we're like just making something that's good already better.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that we don't consider enough as well. And there's a lot of electric types that would benefit from getting like a little extra boost in terms of just like their electric attacks. So
I
could definitely see
the
electric.
bigger nuke
I mean,
it is.
yeah, no, like everybody's like, well, Regieleki doesn't benefit from. I'm like, well, it kind of does. Like you could just be bigger Regieleki.
Oh right. Also,
Bigger and better.
water's good too. If you're talking about that, the same type attack boost that they keep referring, like they said, and people are speculating that it's basically adaptability. Yeah, no, Fish's Rend.
Yeah, it's just adaptability.
Dracofish in the rain.
Yep.
Can almost Oko Toxapex.
It does not take your item slot, or it does take your item slot?
It does not take your item slot because we got to see. They discussed loaded dice with Breloom, with the Terra Breloom.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I did rough calcs on that just out of curiosity, and it does kind of support the rough, like an extra like adaptability boost instead of your typical stab bonus.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Well, that's going to be the news segment. So we're going to kick things on over to Puckle's Poke Quiz, where we're going to quiz your co-host on their insane Pokemon knowledge.
Hello and welcome to the Poke Quiz, the part of the show where we quiz your co-hosts on their insane Pokemon knowledge. I'm Professor Snag with the rules. The co-hosts are working together as a team to answer 5 Pokemon-themed trivia questions that you, the listeners, have submitted on the Discord server. Each question is worth 1 point, with Pokedex and multiple answer questions worth more, for a total of 7 points. The hosts can use a free hint at any time. If they get all the answers correct without using the hint, they can cash it in for an 8th point.
And welcome to the Poke Quiz. Our Poke Quiz is the rules that were just said beforehand, so there we go. We're going to jump right into our first question, though. This question is going to come to you from Monkey Face. How many Pokemon have at least one regional form? Not including the new Whooper, so everything pre-Gen 9. I will
Have
give you
at
a
least
plus.
one?
I'm going to give you a plus. I'm going to give you a plus or minus 3
Plus or minus 3
on this answer.
Right.
Yeah, because we're talking about every Pokemon. So like
regional form.
So like Zigzagoon.
Okay. So we're not. Let me try to think.
So, like,
if there's
I don't think Obstagoon would not count. Obstagoon would not count, but like.
So it's only Pokemon that have a like Dash Alola or a Dash Galarian in my mind, like
Yes.
that share a Pokedex number.
I have a number I
I'm
want
going
to
to
say in my head, but
say
let's
yes.
think through.
Okay.
So Alolan forms. You have
So are we
Vulpix,
counting Megas
Ninetales. You've got Sandshrew, Sandslash. You've got Marowak. You've got Executor. You've got Grimer, Muck. You've got Meowth, Persian. You also got.
Oh, I'm incorrect. The official statement does say things like Obstagoon do count.
Oh, well.
They do count.
Okay.
Things like
Okay,
Obstagoon do count.
Does it double count Meowth and Persian, just out of curiosity's sake? Or is it not?
It will double count.
Okay.
It will double count that, I believe. It'll double count. I think it. Yeah.
It kind of gives a ballpark.
It will double count the Meowth and Berserker.
Meowth, Persian.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's a bunch.
Where's the?
How many were in Alola?
I'm trying to count through those right now because you've got Sandslash, you've got Ninetales, you've got Muck, you've got Executor, you've got Marowak.
Oh, wait. Well, let's start at like we got to count from like all the way through it.
Dugtrio
And Diglett.
Yep. Yeah.
You have Executor.
Yep.
You have Muck. You have Grimer. You have Vulpix. You have Ninetales. You have Sandshrew. You have Sandslash. You have Meowth. You have Persian. You have Rattata. You have Raticate.
Yep, that's another 2.
You have a Raichu.
That's a 1.
You have Geodude, Graveler, Golem.
That's 3.
Am I missing any other Alolas?
I'm trying to think if there's any other Alolas. I think that's all of them, but I don't want to make sure. That feels right because he uses that. Because it's all Gen 1 Pokemon, thank God.
Yeah.
That kind of at least narrows down the scope here.
So is that... what number are you at?
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18. 18.
18, okay. Well, let's keep that 18, and let's move on to Galar.
Yep, so we got Meowth, Berserker. You've got the Obstagoon line. That's 3.
So that's 5.
You've got Rapidash line.
That's 7.
You've got
You have
Corsola.
Slowpoke, Slowbro.
Oh, you got 3 for Boros.
First is Slowpoke, Slowbro, Slowking,
Yep.
so that's 10. You said Corsola, that's 12.
Yamask
There's
line.
Yamask line, so that's 2 more, that's 14. You have
Surfetch.
Farfetch'd and Surfetch'd,
Yep.
that's 16. You have Weezing, just Weezing,
Yep, 17.
for 17. The Mr. Rhyme,
That's
so
2.
that's 19. You have all 3 birds,
That's 22.
22. Darmanitan line,
That's another 2 more.
and Sunfisk.
I want you to just give me a rough number off the top of your head.
And then let's just add for the last
based on
ones
this.
here. Because that's...
Because there's also Hisuian, and I would say you're probably looking at 15-ish there. So I would say you're close to 55.
You have 2
60.
for... We'll see. I'm at 42-ish right now. So we have the Gudras, which is 2. You've got Cleaver, that's 1. You go
You have
Zoroark,
all
that's
3
2.
starters, which is 3.
That's 3 for starters. I'm just trying to think. It's at least 50.
You have all the Avalon. I think you're close to 60. I think you are close to 60 because you have Zoroark, Arcanine,
Electrode.
Sneasel,
that's 2. Trying to think. Oh,
Milligant.
Ursaluna.
I think we're close to 60. And
2, 4, 8, 10, 12,
Braviary,
14, 16, 17.
Wordier, Basculegion.
18.
I need an answer, guys. Give me an answer. Give me an answer.
60, 62.
62. Good. I like it.
I'm gonna just give it to you because you've listed all of them. The answer I had written down apparently was 54. Maybe we weren't supposed to count evolutions, but I'm going to say
not
we
right.
do.
There's more than 54.
Yeah, there's absolutely... Well, yeah, if you're counting evolutions like that, you're absolutely more than 54. I can backtrack them out.
Yeah, if you count evolutions. No, I agree with you. That's why I said maybe we shouldn't have included them, which is why I don't know the answer to that question. There were 18 introduced in Alola. There were 19 introduced in Galar.
Oh,
I'm reading Bulbapedia.
19
and 17 introduced in Hisui. Yeah. I counted, and I think that's definitely. Yeah, I still think. Yeah, I don't think they're including evolutions like Berserker.
Yeah, no, they grossly underestimated Galar somewhere.
Yeah, that's definitely more than that.
Yes. Well, Galar, it says there's 19 on Bulbapedia. So there's Meowth, Ponyta, Rapidash, Farfetch'd, Weezing, Mr. Mime, Corsola, Zigzagoon, Linoon. Then you've got Darumaka, Darmanitan, Yamask, Stunfisk, Slowpoke, Slowbro.
Oh, we actually forgot Stunfisk.
I said Stunfisk.
Oh, you did? I didn't count it.
There are only 19. There are only 19 in Galar.
Yeah, that's really close.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, I'm literally counting the evolutions. There's like 5.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the evolutions. I'm gonna give you the point. All right, moving on. Our next question is gonna come to you from Gliscor Gamer. What is the only generation to not have a new Pokeball introduced?
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4.
Pin 5 or 6?
I don't know 5.
7, not 7,
not 8.
and not 8.
So it's 5 or 6, or I think it's 4, 5, or 6, but I'm pretty sure there was something new in 4.
There's something new in 4.
Yeah, there is. Dusk. Okay.
Yeah, it's not 4. It's
5 and 6.
5 or 6, because 7 has the Beast Ball, and 8 technically has... Oh, well, 8 has all the stuff in Legends Arceus.
Yep, technically.
What do you have?
So, 5 versus 6.
What kind of balls are there? I'm trying to think.
Oh my gosh. This is going to kill me.
It's a literal coin toss here, because I can't think of what random balls...
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think,
would have changed.
I have to, go through everything in my mind. Was Cherish Ball always a thing?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's probably it. Because that's when they really
I just don't know when that... I don't know if that was always a thing, or if that just came out with, 5 or 6 or what.
That, honestly, is probably what That's honestly what has to be the ball. Because I really don't think they really introduced any new balls since Gen 4. And the Cherish Ball is the only thing that makes sense.
Oh, no, Cherish Ball was definitely Gen 4, because that's where all the events came from.
Would they have come in that?
Was there anything to do with the Dream World?
Oh, yeah, Dream Ball. So it's Gen 6.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you. Oh my gosh, yeah, the Dream Ball absolutely came in Gen 5.
I was trying to think, all the different effects, because I thought Gen 4, and I'm like, oh, they had their own, they had, the park balls as well, that you could only catch, the park stuff in, and I'm like, oh, I bet there's something with the Dream World for Gen 5.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, because there's a Dream Ball that you can actually get in Gen 8 from redoing the Elite Four battles.
Ah, didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, no, it's Gen 6.
Final answer.
All right, Generation 6 is correct. Gen 6 had no new Pokeballs. Gen 2 had the Apricorn balls. Gen 3 had the Net Nest balls. You also had... they put Heavy in Gen 2, which is wrong.
Yeah, that's one of the Apricorns.
Gen 4...
That's one of the Apricorns.
Yeah, that's one of the Apricorns. Gen 4 had Dusk, Heal, Quick, and also the Cherish Ball. Gen 5 had the Dream Ball. Well, yeah, Sport. Yeah, I don't think Sport Ball was. No, it was different in Gen 4. You're correct.
Because Gen 2 didn't have it, and then when they did the remakes of Gen 2 and Gen 4.
Yeah, you're correct. You're correct.
Yeah, they did that instead of Safari.
And then Gen 7 had the Beast Balls. Gen 7 had Beast Balls, and Gen 8 had the Legends Arceus Pokeballs. All right. So your next question is your Pokedex entry question. I'm going to force you to answer questions a lot faster from now on.
Sorry.
This next one is going to be from Zay Paladin. It's not your fault. It's my fault for not enforcing the rules. Its Pokemon Emerald entry reads, after spending thousands of years in harsh deserts, its blood transformed into the same substance as sand. It is nocturnal, so it hunts at night. Who's that Pokemon? Did
that say its blood turns into sand, or did I mishear that?
Yeah. Transported the same substances as sand. Yeah, this is a new entry to me as well.
What
After
the
spending
Pokemon
thousands
that
of years in harsh deserts.
You said Pokemon
Its
Emerald?
Emerald, yes, sir.
Alright, the desert Pokemon were, you had Baltoy, I think you could find Baltoys there, maybe?
Yeah,
No?
you would. Yeah, probably.
I'm just saying, I'm just gonna, like, Baltoy, you'd have Claydol, you'd have Cacnea, you'd have Cacturn, you'd have Trapinch.
Yeah.
Vibrava. But I don't think it's the Trapinch Vibrava line. It could be a Sandshrew. That doesn't make sense, but it could be Sandshrew.
Trying to think here. Because, yeah, at least
Nothing else
that
was in the
seriously... do you
Or
think it could be
Regirock.
Numel? Or...
Numel wasn't only found in the deserts, though.
It might still have a Dex entry related to that.
I know. I'm just... that's where my mind is at, where it's like, if it doesn't say that, I don't know. Yeah, it could be Numel.
Numel feels like it could make sense.
Alright, let's go Numel. Just go
I'm
Numel
gonna
for
need
now.
an answer. Numel is unfortunately incorrect. This next Pokedex entry comes to you from Soul Silver, and it reads, packs of them follow travelers through the desert until travelers can no longer move.
Does not help at all.
It's in packs.
I don't know that it's got other good entries. In the desert.
Okay, then that makes me think it's, Cacnea, Cacturn,
Probably.
Trapinch.
Yeah.
I believe it's one of those three. I just don't know which. I feel like Trapinches would have been about...
If it's an evolution line, I'll give it to you if you get the right evolution line.
I don't think it's the
I feel like
Trapinch
Trapinch is
line.
still
I'll go
about
with
its mouth.
Cacnea.
Alright, Cacnea, Cacturn line, let's go.
That is correct. It is Cacturn. Its blood is a
Never
part
would
of
have guessed
sand.
that.
You never knew that. I'll tell you that much. So you guys are
definitely
3
didn't.
for 3. All right, your next question is going to be worth up to 3 points here. This is going to be from Sleeve. I will need, for every two answers you give me, you'll get a point. There are 7 answers, so if you give me all 7, I guess that's bragging rights or something. I don't know. There are 7 moves that can hit Pokemon on the semi-invulnerable turn of Fly, Skydrop, and Bounce. What are they?
Thunder,
Hurricane. Twister.
You do have to lock them in. You get to
Lock in those 3.
You have to lock them in. Those are all correct. Yes, Hurricane, Thunder, and Twister are all correct.
Toxic from a poison
There are 4
Pokemon.
more.
Does it really?
I'm going to bet so because I swear I just saw a video where someone got hit with Dig from Toxic.
I don't know about that. Because my mind is still like, you still have like other flying moves like Gust and Whirlwind that I'm pretty sure still hit you when you're flying.
You can lock the... I'm fine locking in Gust right now.
Yeah, Gust, sure.
Gust is correct. That's 2 points. You got 4 of them. Only 2 more to go. You're missing 3 moves. You do have the hint as well, but I mean, you could still cash that at the end, I guess.
Yeah, hang on to the hint.
Sky Uppercut.
Ooh, good one. That should be...
Lock it in.
lock
Sky
that one in.
Uppercut is correct. That is correct. Sky Uppercut. There are 2 more.
You said...
There's
Warrior.
I have my Toxic answer that I have in the back pocket. You still have
I don't believe
Whirlwind,
Toxic.
and you can also theoretically say Razorwind.
I don't think Razorwind. I really don't think it's Toxic. That feels...
You can say Whirlwind for now.
to
I mean,
me.
we have
so-
a Strikes, right?
We had
Yeah, you
strikes.
get 3 strikes and you're out. Yeah, 3 strikes and you're
Did you
out.
say... Because the other one that came to my mind is Smackdown.
I'm fine shooting that one too. There's a couple here I'm fine shooting off as a potential answer.
Yeah.
So
I'm confident in the 5 or 6 that we've said so far, and then after that I'm kind of lost.
which one do you want to do first between Smackdown, Whirlwind, Razorwind?
Kind of want to do Whirlwind.
You want to do Whirlwind? All right.
Yeah.
Whirlwind is unfortunately incorrect. That's 1 strike.
All right, sure. If you want to go for your Toxic, you can go for Toxic, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Toxic from Poison Pokemon.
Toxic from Poison Pokemon is also incorrect.
It's not.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Part of me wants to say
yeah.
Smackdown. Part of me wants to say Thousand Arrows.
No matter what you say next, it's your last one.
I know.
There are 2 moves you're missing.
Oh no, I am right. I did just pull it up, but I swear I saw it. Gen 6.
Well, it's not on the list. It's not on the list. It's not a move that always hits. It's not a move that always hits.
That's fair. Okay, I'll concede that one.
Okay.
It has to be from a poison Pokemon. It will hit. Fly or dig.
Always. Now, when you say hits, I don't know.
What do you want me? It lands. It has a chance of landing. It can still miss because of accuracy.
You could say air
I still think we go. Go Smackdown or 1,000 Arrows, because that's the whole gimmick of Zygarde, is that it can only spam ground moves and be fine.
I need an answer here. I'm going to need an answer.
All right, 1,000 Arrows. Let's go.
That's fine.
1,000 Arrows is correct. That gets you guys all 3 points there, so you're 6 for 4. The last move you were missing was Smackdown.
Smack.
Okay, so you were right with that, right?
All right, so I was right either way. All right. I had to think of all the
Gust,
things.
Hurricane, Sky Uppercut, Smackdown, 1,000 Arrows, Thunder, and Twister are the ones that will always hit. All right, so your next question is your base stat question, as always. This next one is going to come. This one's going to come to you from Jeremy. Which Fire type Pokemon has the highest base HP of Fire type Pokemon?
Highest base HP of Fire?
Yes.
Darmanitan is one I'm putting into potentials. I think it has a decent HP stat.
Entei?
Entei, possibly.
Entei's 115.
I'm trying to think if
I can't think of any other Fire type that's higher than that.
Let's think.
Because the other one that comes to my mind is Emboar, and I know that's like 1...
Oh, that's a decent one,
8
too.
or 9 or something like that, maybe?
Trying to think. It's not legendary mythicals. You only have like Entei.
I mean, you have Ho-Ho, but Ho-Ho I thought was around 100. I believe Reshiram is below 100.
Yeah, I think that one's 90. I just used it.
Victini is 100.
Yeah.
Primal Groudon is, I think, doesn't matter. I don't think anything's as high as Entei.
We could use the hand, but I'm not confident in any of these right now. I'm fine using the hand here, unless you want to go for broke.
You are 6. You're at 6 for 4.
I want to go for broke because I'm pretty sure it's Entei. I'm like 90% sure it's Entei because I remember. I don't think there's anything higher than it.
I just felt like Darmanitan has a decent HP stat, but I don't remember how decent, and that's my problem right now. Because I know its defenses are terrible, but
I know it hits over 400 at level 100, which means it's over base 100, I think, or whatever that means. Or is it 85?
What are the fire types? No, it's not Camel.
No.
I'm going to need an answer here, guys.
I still think it's Entei.
Right, I trust you.
Lock it in. Just go Entei.
Go for dark. Let's do it.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Entei is correct with a base 115 HP stat. Entei, yeah. Second place goes to Emboar and Colossal, which tie with 110. Ho is next with 106. Yeah.
Wow,
right?
I was off on all my other numbers. Gosh.
Ho is next with 106, and Darmanitan has 105.
There we go. So we hit a lot of those.
Yeah, you guys got 8 points.
Let's go.
Okay, so This is like, I think this is the most people that we've ever had over 20 points at once before.
And mine's entirely by not signing up for the show.
Yeah. So currently in first place we have a two-way tie between R Sigma and Sublime at 28 points. In third place we have newcomer Sharkfinnigan with 26. In fourth place, we've got a tie between Seth Violet and Linian with 22. In sixth place, we've got Clawf9 with 21.
Yeah.
In seventh place, we've got Whimsicott with 18. In eighth, we've got Mark with 12. In ninth, we got Shamu with 7. In fourth, we got Jushiro with 4. Or in 10th, we've got Jushiro with 4. Everybody else has yet to get on the board.
Man, it's going to be interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's on next?
It's pretty much it's whoever's on next. Because next time when we reset, we're going to 40 points, not 30.
How much did Seth have?
Yeah, it's
28.
Seth has 22.
So he has to have a perfect week.
Seth has 22.
He has to have a perfect week.
His partner
week, I think. Yeah, next week.
There's a chance. Otherwise, one of us has got to sign up the week after.
I gotta join next week. Get a perfect week so I lose with 29 and give him 28. I give him 30. Except no.
Right, so that's gonna be it for this week's Poke Quiz. We're gonna kick things on over now, guys, to the topic. We have another review this week from iTunes from Boy Jeff. Amazing, 5 stars. I just started listening this year, but I've loved it ever since. Well, thank you for that. And if you would like to review us wherever you listen to the podcast, we would really appreciate it. It would help us out. On top of that, you might be able to be right on the show. Well, until then, we're going to kick it on over, guys, to the topic. And welcome to our topic. Our topic today is going to be the trailer that happened this past weekend, which was a lot of things. First of all, we got new Pokemon. We've got a lot of story information, which is kind of weird to have. And we got some new characters. We just got a lot of stuff. It was like a 3-minute trailer, and it was packed full of goodies. Most importantly, let's start with the new Pokemon, because Pokemon's what we're here for, and I think it's actually really, really fun to look at. So we've got Klawf, the new crab Pokemon. He's called the ambush Pokemon because he's a crab that like pops out of the sand. He is a rock type Pokemon, which I think is very cute. I don't know. I've shown it to other people who are like vaguely Pokemon fans this week, and they're just like, that's just another crabby. I go, yeah, but whenever you see like another species of crab, you never go, oh, that's just another king crab. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm like, there's diversity.
Yeah, no.
There's diversity among like types of animals.
Oh, yeah.
Just go, oh, that's a cardinal. That's just another robin. And it's just very, very, very frustrating in that regard. I don't know. I think Klawf is really cool.
Oh, I love
he's
him.
Cute.
He's cool looking.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool Pokemon. I'm a big fan of Klawf. This is also like the first new ability I think we got too.
That is the first new ability that we've gotten in this game.
Yeah, which I guess I'm okay with them doing a slower rollout on abilities at this point. But Anger Shell gives it. It's essentially a Shell Smash after half health, right? Like,
yeah,
it's a
I'm not
partial
mistaken.
Shell Smash.
It only gives you one stat race. They actually legit on the website. They show you exactly which ones like that. The only attack went up one stage, attack one stage, speed one stage. Yeah, you can actually.
I want to just read through it. So it's let's see. When Klawf's HP drops to half or less, the Pokemon gets angry. This lowers its defense and special defense stats, but boosts its attack, special attack, and speed. So it's a light Shell Smash.
Yeah, Shell Smash Light, and you can even see on the image that it shows that it has 6 images, and it literally says Anger Shell trigger, attack rose, speed rose, but not like sharply rose. So
I think that's kind of cool.
Just give it Shell Smash now.
I bet it will get Shell Smash too. So can you imagine Shell Smash into Anger Shell?
Yeah.
With a Focus Sash? There we go.
Theoretically,
now
but I don't know
it's
if it has
+3.
Shell Smash though.
I bet it will get Shell Smash.
I don't know if it has Shell Smash. If it got Shell Smash, that would be very cute.
It'd be crazy cool to see. But it's probably going to have, if it does, it's going to have like a terrible speed stat.
Is this like a single stage Pokemon, or do you think it's going to have a pre-evo?
That's a good question. I could see it being the first evolution, honestly.
I think it's going to be a single stage.
Well, because they kind of teased it as the boss of, or one of the titans of the desert.
Yeah,
right.
But I don't know if that matters, because like I think about some of the Pokemon that we saw Dynamax in Sword and Shield, and I don't think all of those were fully evolved, if I can think correctly.
No, I think they were all fully evolved.
So I don't know. I don't expect them all to be fully evolved,
except for Pikachu.
Maybe they were all fully evolved. Yeah, except for... Well, no, I'm not thinking Gigantamax, but yeah.
It was either Pikachu or a starter. There was only, if I remember from all those trailers, because I watched a lot of those trailers recently to refresh myself.
Yeah, even then I'm not too... I don't think Klawf can evolve. He feels fully evolved to me.
Yeah, the fact is that they showed a bunch of... Because... we'll kind of get into this a little later, but they showed a bunch of this just Klawf just around. And given the fact that this is a boss, I imagine it's the fully evolved, and it doesn't have a preview because there's a bunch of them around. It's probably just a single stage, which is fine. I'm all for it. I think it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think we get
we got 2 more Pokemon as well.
Yes,
we got
these
Armorage. They're both these 2 Pokemon are version exclusives. Armorage is exclusive to Scarlet, and then there's Celuedge, who is exclusive to Violet. They are both Fire Warrior Blade Pokemon. Armorage is the Fire Warrior Pokemon that has Flash Fire as an ability. Fire Psychic type. It does have a special move called Armor Cannon. It is just Fire Megaman. You know what's worse? You want to know what's worse? Something that I found out recently is that the artist who was confirmed to have designed both of these was actually the former artist for Megaman.
Yes, I saw that go around.
That's awesome.
I'm not even making this up.
They literally got to have fun with this. Cause I mean, the first one literally looked like he's got these cannons just like Megaman OG. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this feels a lot like Rockruff. This feels a lot like Rockruff.
Yeah, I could buy that as a Rockruff. That is a Rockruff or Appleton.
Version exclusive, evolution. Yeah.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah, I think that's a better way to handle it.
In my mind, this is the first time, like, I've been like, I don't know which one I want to get. And that's going to be like my
They're
whole,
both cool.
like, exactly. Like, I think they both look really cool. So I'm very much now torn between getting Scarlet or Violet.
Yeah.
For myself. And then, you know.
I'm still getting Scarlet because I think Fire Psychic is a cooler type. And anyway, I'm choosing Fuecoco, so the chance this makes it on my team anyway.
Yeah, fairly. Even if you could, yeah.
See,
I'm
as a Quaxley fanboy, I think I'm leaning Scarlet just because I like Armarouge and its lore more than
it's cute.
Ceruledge.
Ceruledge, it has like a special fire move, armor cannon.
It sounds like Leech Life, but fire.
No, I think you're thinking Bitter Blade.
Bitter Blade, sorry.
Which is Cellulwedge's, which is more like it's like Drain Punch probably.
That's what it reads like Drain Punch.
Yeah, it's pretty much Drain Punch.
Fire version of close combat.
The fire swords.
Yeah. I love that Arcanine attack. It just reads because it all you know is it's a powerful move that it drops defenses. And I'm like, that sounds like a special close combat, and that's gonna hit like a truck.
Yeah. I also like how it's it lives by the principles of a fair fight. I like that, where it's very much like I like very noble Pokemon that are like, you know, have their own like moral compass.
Yeah. Conversely, you have a literal edgelord in Celluledge.
Exactly.
That's out for the close combat. Or close quarters, sneak attack type.
So those are like the new Pokemon. But I think the more exciting thing was they talked about so many little things because they wanted to go over the quote unquote stories in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Because like I was really disappointed when they called them this because it makes the game feel way less open world when you're just like, there are 3 stories for you to experience.
But I mean, it's in your own order, but
I'm just like, no, don't tell me that there's 3 straight paths. Yeah, and you can mix and match, obviously. Like, you can solve them at the same time and, like, get to different places in each. Which makes sense. That's fine. Mm-hmm. It was just definitely, like, a very Pokemon way of saying this.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of just being like, these are the straight paths that you can run on.
Remember how they showed you in the beginning of the game, like in one of the trailers, where it was you and 3 other people all at that crossroads, and then they all just go into different directions? Mm-hmm. I think that's basically what they were saying. Like, all right, you can follow any of your quote-unquote rivals/friends on an adventure.
Yeah.
So every single one of them gets their own type of thing. Because we have Nimona, who wants to do all the gym battles, which is your standard game, which isn't bad.
Yeah. Yep. Well, they call that Victory Road, where you have to go fight the gym leaders. That's what they call it. It's the gym challenge. Nimona's involved. Greta is a new character we got, who is the chairwoman. And I think she is one of the champions, because they say there are multiple champions.
Yeah, they alluded that she's like the champion of champions, but it's like they aren't clear about that. All I know is she's some long legs.
Well, I don't think Greta is a champion of champions. I thought, I'm thinking of a different person. Yes. Greta, yes.
Yeah, Greta's got them long legs.
Greta. Yeah. Greta definitely seems like she's at least like the chairwoman, maybe also champion, but even then, I don't know, they could pull like a Sun and Moon / Sword and Shield thing where it just ends up being a tournament again at the end, and maybe you don't have a champion battle at the end. You just fight Nimona or something, and then you're just like, you're a champion now, have fun.
Yeah, maybe fight this Gita, elsewhere or whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, it could be very much like Alder. I could see it like Alder. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just as among the region champions, she reigns supreme as the most skilled trainer of all.
Yeah, so she's like champion of champions.
See, and I think they're using the Elite Four as the champions.
That could happen too.
That's how I'm interpreting this is you'll have your Elite Four, which are all quote unquote champions, but she is the champion of champions or the champion of the Elite Four. That's how I see it.
The one thing I was like kind of upset about with it was that they said there's only 8 gyms. I was kind of hoping we'd get more so that we could kind of Gary Oak this and either get more badges or like I would love for there to be a game where Claude and I play through the game and we get to Victory Road and we both have a different 8 badges.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would love for there to have been like 18 gyms and then...
That would have been cool.
I think they're going to split the type specializations across the 3 routes, though. I think you'll get pseudo badge, but it won't be true badge, you know?
I mean, I like how you can at least change the order.
I agree. I agree to some extent. I don't know that like, so the other path is Starlight Street, which is where you fight the evil team, Team Star. I like that you put evil team in quotes on the outline.
Because,
Yeah, you got these rebellious students.
That's probably, to be fair, that's Team Skull.
Yeah.
That's Team Skull.
Honestly, it's Team Yell.
They've got like these, I think it's more Team Skull.
It's Team Skull, it's Team Yell.
I mean, they also showed a Pokemon and then didn't tell us about it.
Oh, yeah, they're talking about...
They even showed in the official art, like the engine on the car.
Engine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
has an eye.
The engine on the car.
Mouth.
Yeah, no, there's official art that like definitely shows that it's alive.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm looking at the official art right now, so
definitely some kind of Pokemon.
Which I think is really cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a Pokemon of some sort.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, the art, they always do really good art for these releases, and they never sell it as like a print.
Oh, they
It's very upsetting.
Oh, yeah. We'll get into my favorite one in a second here.
See, the only thing that I'm quote-unquote worried about is they mentioned how you have to make your way to all these Team Star bases to take down their boss. And it sounds like it's just going to be a gauntlet of trainers, over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm curious if it's going to be anything different, or if it's just going to be...
It really depends on like how engaging, because like it's a new type of battle to like go through that gauntlet with auto battle, quote unquote.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing to me that I want to spend some time on, because, yeah, they've announced this Let's Go feature that essentially you can send them out.
Yeah, I haven't heard a lot. I didn't get a lot of it out of it, like on the website. I didn't see a lot about
exactly how it's
auto battle,
going.
but you keep go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah. Explain to me what you know, and maybe I don't understand. Maybe I missed it.
So, let me pull up the page here. Let's go.
So, you can tell your Pokemon to go out on an adventure on their own. Basically, you can send them off in a direction, and that Pokemon will independently pick up items and even have auto battles with nearby Pokemon. And basically, this auto battling is they will go into a battle against any wild Pokemon in the field, and it can even go seek out and find its own Pokemon that you don't see, I guess, that you can go out and battle. And it will just keep getting items and EXP bonus, and you're able to just go explore and do other things on the side. So they highlighted this in the Starlight Street, where you're literally sending out, it looks like potentially multiple Pokemon out. I'm not sure if it's multiple Pokemon or it's like you and your friends are raiding this base together. And you have to do it in a timed fashion. Because it seems like... Let me pull up this adventure page. Sounds like it's a timed thing that you want to... Not like it's more than just a gauntlet. It's more about beating them quickly to be able to fight off against whatever the leader is.
Oh, and it works... it also works outside of the bases. Okay, so that's interesting. Oh, you can just auto-battle wild Pokemon, so you can just grind...
Oh, yeah. No, grinding is gone. Grinding is now, they've literally made grinding so much better with this Let's Go auto battle. Because you can just literally send out stuff and you do something else on the side.
Okay, imagine you do that and like a shiny shows up.
Yeah, that's something that has been kind of discussed, but I don't know. We don't know enough about the mechanics to know, even if you would know if there was a shiny or not.
Yeah, no, they might prevent shiny Pokemon or something. Yeah, they might prevent that from happening. I don't know, but that's a little spooky.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of, I do like the idea of like, alright, you have to go through all these grunts in a relentless barrage of battles, but you have a time limit to do it. So it's not like you can take your time. It's no, you have this much time to do it. Either your Pokemon will do it by themselves, or you can engage in like the actual battle and fight. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like it's like you want to do it fast and you can...
Oh, it's going to be super interesting.
That, and I absolutely love, Mila, the fire crew captain. I love that design.
Yeah, Mila. Dude, okay, I think all of the new people, I think all the new characters they announced this trailer are just legit. Like, we didn't talk about the gyms in the Victory Road part, but like, they announced Brassius, the grass gym leader. So one, I really like him because
I love his
honestly because he has a
design.
whip. Yeah, no, this is like, I think honestly that is the most interesting design for a Pokemon character I have seen in like the past 10 years. I'm not gonna lie. he looks edgy. More so than Marnie. He's got a whip, which is reminiscent of like OG Pokemon trainer designs.
Yeah, and it's like it's not just a whip. It's like it's like a thorny vine.
It's a thorn whip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thorny vine, which is, I mean, it kind of ties in and kind of hides the fact of like the old like whip type things that were in there. But I really like that. He also revealed that in battle they might use terrestrialization to like bend the rules a little bit, which is kind of cute. Which is where he sends out a pseudo Wudo and then calls it truly Wudo and terrestrializes it into a grass type.
Exactly,
which I think is really cute.
Which gives us so much more possibilities for Summer League.
Yeah, it guarantees, that we've discussed it previously that we were thinking about doing this, but now they confirmed, okay, yeah, no, we're definitely doing this. Because it's like, they used
it just looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and in Sudowoodo, not only is it flavorfully good to be a grass type, it actually probably works, like, to help, like, battle, like, oh, what do you go with the grass gym against? Oh, you bring your fire types, you bring your flying types.
Fire types and your flying types, yep.
And your bug types, theoretically, too. And they get smashed by rock stab, or rock coverage. So,
yep.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Yeah, I'm very interested in this. I'm very interested to see how this goes. I'm excited to see it play out.
I mean, we have to briefly touch on it, but the third path is basically Totem Pokemon.
Yeah.
Totem Pokemon slash like what else? I don't know. It's just Dynamax again.
it feels like Dynamax meets Totem Pokemon.
Alpha. It's the alpha. It's a combination of like the alpha battles that you got in PLA and the Totem battles that you got in Sun and Moon.
I'm very curious. I'm very curious if like they'll carry like the alpha data with them, like the alpha Pokemon do. Like when you bring them over.
Yeah, but you probably can't catch these.
The size data, they'll say this, if you look at the, going back to the Victory Road part for 2 seconds here, and they have gym challenges back like they did in Sword and Shield, and the one they showed is the Sunflora, you have to go catch all the Sunflora across town. If you really look at all the Sunflora...
Oh, I know, it's the best!
They have different sizes. There are some slightly smaller, some slightly bigger.
No, this is using the same engine as PLA. If you watched, I didn't want to talk about this because I didn't want to do like a whole episode on it, but recently they did a whole presentation on like the development of Pokemon games. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I was just scared that somehow it would spiral out of control. And so we haven't talked about it a lot on the show, but they actually talked about the development timeline for Scarlet and Violet and Pokemon Legends Arceus, and they were essentially developed side by side almost the entire way. And which means that I mean, I'm very confident that a lot of the things from Legends Arceus, especially the models, are coming over this way. Size data is definitely happening. And I wouldn't be surprised if like Titan Pokemon, maybe it's some kind of weird phenomenon where like they just shrink a little bit to like alpha Pokemon size.
Yeah, if you got to have them in your party kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't even know if you can catch them though.
I didn't mind the like the Pokemon from Legends Arceus as like their designs. I thought it was cool. I know I didn't like a lot of the trees.
No, it's very good. It's very good. I think the Pokemon models specifically from Legends Arceus are the way the Pokemon models need to go in the future. 100%.
Minus some pretty weird animation, but yeah.
I'm not worried about the animation. I meant the models are fine. I'm not talking about the 3 FPS birds off in the distance, okay? I'm talking about the models. They looked good.
Mm-hmm.
They look good. But yeah, Titan Pokemon, it seems interesting. And that's Arven, so that's another one of your rivals.
Yep.
So have fun with that.
Yeah, I'm going to speculate that in the Starlight Street, that Penny is going to be the one that you kind of go with. They haven't said officially, but they showed your friend. Well, look, your friend so far, Nemona's in the Victory Road, Arven's in the Legends, and then there's Penny.
Makes sense.
So, where is she?
I hope Penny gets a cool arc where Penny becomes awesome.
I could believe that.
Because Penny just wants to Penny like ends up like gaining a lot of confidence, beating up Team Star, and becomes awesome. Or Penny is secretly the leader.
And then the Eevee evolves into a new Eeveelution and
Stop.
Yeah.
My only thing that I'm very not excited for is I'm very apprehensive about them showing off the new badges, because I really love Pokemon badges up until Gen 6, and then Gen 7 we obviously didn't have them.
And Gen 8
Gen 8, the badges were
bad.
They were awful.
Not only in design, but the names.
I don't want that.
The grass badge, the fire badge.
It was so bad. It was so bad. I want cool badge names again
Please.
with cool badge designs.
Please.
Please give that to me. I will. And honestly, they keep doing like the awesome ones on Pokemon Center. They're like $180. I'm every day getting closer to buying one of those. And if they like, I'll buy the Gen 2 ones. If they come up online, I will buy the Gen 2 ones and the Gen 1 ones. Those are the only ones I really care about. But honestly, if Gen 8 has, or not Gen 8, Gen 9, this is Gen 9. I lost track of which gen was which last night, and I felt really disappointed in myself. But I would love for these to like look awesome.
Yeah.
I just want them to look cool again. Give me cool badge designs. Even the Gen 6 badge designs were good. I like them. I just like when they're one coherent set. Like, this is what the region looks like. How's their badges look? I'm here for it. Just no Gen 8 design, please. And give them good names. Good names, please.
Please. Yeah, there's some potential here.
Good names.
Just don't say the type badge, please. There's still some synonyms you can use.
I can't wait to get the Sunflora badge.
Sword and Shield was very phoned in.
Although I'm fully expecting the first one to be the Thorn badge or something like that. Or the Whip.
Yeah, Thorn badge. I'm
That's
all
better.
into that.
I'll take that. Thorn badge? I'm here for it. And can it be his Whip but rolled up? And then like we can have what's Grusha? We'd have Grusha give out a badge that's like not an icicle, but like something. He's got some other kind of weapon on him, and that's what his badge looks like. I don't know. I that's what I want. A bunch of weapon themed badges. Done. I fixed it. That's what I want. But yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to bring up. This was just a really hyped trailer. I was very excited about it.
Oh, yeah. It was super cool.
It's made me feel really good. I feel really good about this game.
Yeah. No, it looks good. The mini-map, they showed a lot of this mini-map, and it looks good. It looks like you'll be able to use it like the way you want to, just kind of be able to get you to places without actually being like a nuisance like, Gen 7s. It looks like you can fly to Pokestop or Poke Centers again, like you could back in Sword and Shield, which is good.
They also confirmed new Pokemon. Well, not new, but like Pokemon that hadn't been revealed previously, such as Kamala.
Kamala, yes, finally you get to come back.
Oricorio.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Showed up, which was really cool.
Ooh, Revelation Dance. Curious if I get something again.
Dunsparce.
Yeah. I'm very excited. Dunsparce got announced. Weavile finally got announced. Bonsley and Sudowoodo weren't announced until this either. Tropius, Zangoose. What's really cool is if you look at a lot of the Pokemon they're showing off, were Pokemon that didn't make like the DLC cut for Sword and Shield. Like a significant number of them.
Yeah.
They're doing it on purpose because they're very aware.
Yep.
And I am here for it. I will let them do this to me and play me like a harp.
Yeah.
Because that's all that Thatch really cares about, is that Drowsy's back, baby.
Yeah, Drowsy's back.
Yeah, Drowsy. That's what we care about.
Oh, you got confirmation about Teddy Ursa line being in there and the Gujar line being in there, so you get a chance to actually use the PLA mons more than likely at some point.
I assume we will be able to use pretty much every PLA mon, only because, and I saw this earlier in the trailers before Teddy Ursa was announced, they showed the moon. And that's kind of a big deal because the only other Pokemon game that ever showed the moon was Legends Arceus.
That's partially because you can't actually look up in any other Pokemon game, but yeah, no, that makes sense.
That's true. But the only one that you've ever seen the moon in has been Legends Arceus. And that means that we probably will get Ursaluna.
Yeah.
I think Ursaluna will be there.
Please, I love that.
I believe we will get most of the stuff like that. They've only shown Hisui and Zoroark so far, which is exciting. But I know I thought I heard that not all of the Hisuian Mons are going to be in the game.
That's from
I can believe that.
I don't know how much I believe it.
Yeah, it's still, I think at some point before they make the next game, they're gonna put them in there.
I would believe it at some point.
I think what it'll be is the home update type of thing again, where once you got the first home update, you can transfer in, they obviously showed Meowth in the game. You can transfer in Alolan Meowth and Galarian Meowth, kind of a thing.
I think it's going to be a lot of. I think also that I fully still expect DLC. Correct, right? I expect DLC to show up where we'll get the ability to catch like up to like 800 Pokemon or something stupid in this game.
Probably.
Maybe not 800, but
at least 600.
Because if you look at Sword and Shield, Well, if you look at Sword and Shield, I think we got something close to 600-ish. It was very close to 600 Pokemon.
600, not including the fact that there were still Pokemon not in the decks, because not all the Galarian, the Dynamax Adventure Pokemon were into the deck. So yeah, you almost got about 700-ish. 600, 700.
You were missing, I think you were missing something around 250 Pokemon by the end of the day. A lot of those you could catch in Diamond and Pearl. Mm-hmm. And then Oshawott showed up in PLA. So I don't know. I'm very excited because I imagine the missing 60 at minimum will be here. I mean, we've already got a lot of confirmations of the missing 60.
Except for Furret. I have not seen my Furret yet.
Oh, yeah, I have not.
Furret's not a member of the missing 60.
I don't care. I'm missing my Furret.
To be fair, the Furret should be in this game somewhere.
It'll be there. I think it'll be there.
I don't think Furret's going to end up in the game.
I think it will be.
I think if it's not shown soon, it'll be in the DLC. It's going to come back.
Boo. Yeah. I don't want to wait 6-7 months for DLC.
I'm actually pretty excited for DLC. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I am very excited for DLC.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, same. I don't want to wait.
They're obviously going to. They're obviously going to do it, but I'm very excited for it. We'll see.
We will wait.
But on that note, I think this is a good place to stop. So let's wrap it up here, and we're gonna kick it on over then to our Pokemon of the episode.
Woo!
We'll catch you on the flip flop.
Poke of the episode.
And welcome to our Pokemon of the episode. Our Pokemon of the episode this week is National Dex number 540, Hippowdon, the heavyweight Pokemon.
Its Shining Pearl entry reads, its huge mouth opens almost 7 feet wide. It has enough power to completely crush a car.
That's kind of cool.
Yay. I mean, that's pretty cool, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, Hippowdon is our Pokemon of the episode.
I just looked at this team and I hate it.
Yeah. Welcome to this format. We got a BSS team today, guys, and let me tell you, it's going to be bad.
What are the rules of this format? No rules?
Yeah.
The rules of this format are... I think somebody yelled species clause into a void, and that was it.
Species and item clause, that's it.
Species clause, item clause, done. That is all that they shouted it into a cave, and the world said, so you mean I can just run Zacian, Kyogre, Yveltal? And that's what everybody's runs.
This is just Ubers.
It's worse Ubers, I think. Because didn't Zacian Crown get banned from Ubers or no?
Yeah, in Smogon Ubers, yeah, both Zacians are banned.
Yeah.
The only Pokemon to ever be banned from Ubers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, Zacian's banned.
Yeah.
So this is worse than Ubers.
Yeah, this is just Zacian.
This is almost anything, this is basically anything goes because Zacian's
I love it.
And Cali Shadow is flipping us just on the teeter edge of being banned from Ubers.
Yeah, it's really bad.
The only reason it's not is something like Yveltal, which is also on this team.
Yes. So this is Hippowdon. Hippowdon's the odd man out on this team, but it's got Hippowdon's a good Pokemon though. I mean, Sandstream is the ability. I think it technically has another ability. Maybe.
Sandforce.
That's Sandforce. Yeah, it technically has another ability that people never run because why would you? It's a Sand Setter. 108 HP, 112 attack. 118 defense, so he's a bulky boy. 68 special attack, that's fine. 72 special defense, so if you want to try to hit it, that's the way to hit it, is to use a special attack of some sort. Though, oh no, sand only helps you if you're a rock type in your special defense, so that's okay. And then speed of 47, so it's slow, but who cares?
It's a good tank, boy.
Yeah, it's just tanky, and sand is always good, and especially, so this is BSS, so this is singles. Where you just pick 3, bring them all in. And Hippowdon actually works pretty well in this format because you can just Whirlwind and you can definitely take hits from a Zacian as a Hippowdon if you spec yourself right.
Mm-hmm.
And you can stop things. It's got a place. So this Hippowdon has a Citrus Berry. It's got Sandstream, obviously. 244 HP, 196 defense, 68 special defense. It is definitely spec to live as Zacian. Impish nature. Earthquake, and this is the fun part. This is cute and something that people typically run with Hippowdon, though, is Earthquake, Yawn, Whirlwind, and Stealth Rock. The Yawn's there to stop any kind of Dynamax shenanigans, because your opponent can Dynamax and you can just click Yawn, take a hit, yawn, and then they have to switch or they fall asleep, and they lose their last turn of Dynamax, which can get you up on the edge.
Can you Whirlwind Dynamax?
I don't think you can work Whirlwind to D-Max, but you can't. But Zacian can't D-Max.
No.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Okay.
Yeah, Zacian can't Dynamax. Yeah. But the Stealth Rock Whirlwind strat also works really well, because you can force things in, get rocks damage. And when Yveltal's on every team, Yveltal's one of those Pokemon. Break some sashes. Hippowdon could just do some work and just really wear down a team to the point that you could bring in a sweeper, like any of the other 5 Pokemon on this team, and probably get some good work in. And so we've got this team's definitely built with like a Trick Room mode in mind, like anti-Trick Room. We also have Yveltal because it's Series 13, the most unluckiest series of all. And it's got a Life Orb, 252 special attack, 252 speed, running literally everything a Yveltal should be running with if that's an attacker. It's Modest Nature, Dark Pulse, Oblivion Wing, Heat Wave, and Sucker Punch. It's doing all the things that it's supposed to be doing because it's Yveltal.
Yep, this is just the offensive version, which is good. It's very good in this format.
Yes. Yeah, it's very good. It's very good in this format. Yveltal, honestly, is just there because everybody, when they were building their Series 12 teams, went, man, what Pokemon... the Zacian Kyogre core is good, but it would have been great if I could also have a Yveltal.
Yeah.
And then the Yveltal... Now you can, and so that's every core on every team now.
Yeah, it's just like the ghost, like you want Yveltal on like to counteract the Calyrex Shadow teams that appeared, but
yes,
you can't afford to run a counter like that when you also have to run your own big broken things in Zacian and Kyogre.
Exactly.
It's just the third man out. You had to run something broken, and Yveltal is like the best fair Uber, I guess.
Yes. Have you seen Arceus?
Oh, that's broken.
Arceus is good.
That's Swords Dance Extreme Speed. That's broken.
I have not seen any Arceus teams. That's going to be fun.
Swords Dance Extreme Speed, or just Choice Band Extreme Speed.
Yeah.
Oh, the problem is, though, it's walled by Zacian because it's a steel type. Isn't it? It's Fairy Steel?
You just run Earthquake.
Yeah. All right, somebody pick 2 more of these Pokemon.
I'll take Calyrex Shadow here, which is your typical Focus Sash, very timid nature, max attack, max speed, with just leftovers and Spadef, with Astro Barrage, Psyshock, Hyper Beam, and Nasty Plot. So it's your setup, just to set up, fragile kill things. But
Hyper Beam. I love that it definitely doesn't have enough coverage, and so it needs to run Hyper Beam.
Calyrex Shadow could theoretically run something else, but I guess it doesn't have anything for Dark type. Well, for Yveltal specifically,
it's like Mud Shot.
You have Double Kick. What are you talking about?
Well, for Yveltal,
you have Cry.
You don't get to use Calyrex's grass moves as coverage options, unlike the Ice Rider as well.
Oh, do they not have Big Cal? Oh, you don't. Never mind.
Nope.
That'd be way too broken if it did.
Yeah.
But this one is a nice, fun option that I think is a good counter to some of the other big threats in the format. You have Dialga with max HP, 236 attack, and then 4 in defense, 4 in Spadef, and 12 in speed. Just the, speed creep here. It's a Modest Nature, but it's holding an Assault Vest.
I think it's also for Trick Room.
Yeah.
It's definitely for Trick Room, too.
Yeah, it probably helps out a little bit in the Trick Room, but also I think it's a decent resist to a lot of Kyogre stabs, which is why Assault Vest is a good...
Oh, yeah, no. Yes. No, Dialga and Palkia have seen a lot of play in Series 12 just because of Kyogre.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good counter.
Yeah, Kyogre is good, and you need things to resist water and thunder and Ice Beam.
It doesn't resist Ice Beam, but it can at least tank it fairly well.
Exactly, which is, you can't resist all of them.
The problem is it has a bad Groudon matchup.
Yeah.
Yes, you do have a bad Groudon matchup, but you just bring Kyogre.
The moves are Flash Cannon, Draco Meteor, Thunder, and Earth Power. So you hit all the good coverages that you need here. Good.
Well, Claude, take us home.
Alright, I don't remember who's left. I'm assuming it's Kyogre?
Yeah.
With a Choice Scarf, 4 defense, 252 special attack, 252 speed, timid nature, surprise to absolutely no one. We have Water Spout, Surf, Thunder, and Ice Beam. This is your fast boy that hits hard and sets the rain.
It is Kyogre.
And then who's the last one?
Zacian.
Zacian. Cool. You can't have a team without Zacian Kyogre at this point without, hurting yourself drastically. So we have a Zacian. Adamant, 220 HP, 252 attack, 4 defense, 4 special defense, 28 speed. That's all you really need. You don't need to run deck. And this one's interesting. It has Sub, Swords Dance, Iron Head, and Quick Attack.
Ooh.
So a different variation on your normal Zacian. Meant to hit things hard, and then Quick Attack to finish things off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You get your Stab Behemoth Blade. Sub probably is good in BSS because Zacian's one of the faster Pokemon, so being able to sub-stall that is pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just be able to sub Dynamax.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Well, the patrons are already receiving half these Pokemon, so...
Expect Shiny Hippowdon and Shiny Male Hippowdon and Shiny Female Hippowdon. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Expect shiny... Well, we'll probably just give out the Volcanion and everything that are being given out in Europe. For those of you who weren't in Europe, we'll make sure we can get those to you. But yeah,
those are much more fun anyways.
Yeah, those are going to be fun. I mean, they're technically legal in this format too.
Ooh, so even better.
Yeah, Mythicals are legal in this format.
I want to see a Volcanion team.
I would love to see that. I would love to see Volcanion team.
And actually, well...
if I can find one, I will do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Tailwind Volcanion, that's the play.
It slows down Kyogre, but...
It forces it to run Thunder.
Yeah.
Maybe in doubles.
Well, maybe. We'll see. All right, then. We're going to kick it on over to our last segment today. We are going to kick it on over to the mailbag.
It's mail time! It's time for the mailbag! Send in your emails!
Welcome to the mailbag. The mailbag, as always, is brought to you by the fictional energy drink, Green Tauros, the energy drink that gives you hooves.
Hooves!
And as always, we'll give out the Green Tauros badge to anybody who starts a good conversation. If you're new to the show, this is the part where you can send us an email at puclpodcast@gmail.com, and we will typically read your email on the show, unless there were a lot of them, like there were this week. We usually have a prompt. Last week, we asked you guys what your top 5 and bottom 5 fairy types were. Now, what's really cool is Sleeve on the Discord actually goes through the emails for us after the show, all the unread ones, and posts them on the server. So if we don't read your email, it is posted there. Additionally, when we do the top 5, bottom 5 types, and a lot of people write in, he'll actually do a PowerPoint full of the statistics.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Which I think is really cool. Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh yeah.
I got to put together my top 5 for numbers purposes now. All right, give me a second.
We did ask everybody what their top 5 and bottom 5 fire types were, or top and bottom, maybe 1 or 2. We don't have to get all 5, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into it. Our first email is going to be from Walrain1106, which means that there were a 1105 Walrain before him, and we got to get into it. So, what it do, Puckle Crew? Walrain1106 here, and I've got a couple takes regarding the topic. By the way, I completely agree with the Mr. Mine opinion. They're definitely on some do not fly or no school zone lists out there. In my top 5, I have to put Primarina. It's one of the few and proud starters post-Gen 6 that didn't decide and stand up. It is the only one post-Gen 6 that didn't decide to stand up. Also, the unique type for a starter is refreshing. I would love to play through Sun and Moon again, but I don't want to have to deal with the 2 hours to let Kukui and company hold my hand in the tutorial. Smiley face.
Yep.
He's so right, though. He's so right. Also, Grimmsnarl breaks my top 5 and might take top honors. I think it's the pinnacle of James Turner's artistic vision based on its unique design, yin and yang of types, and the fact that its G-Max looks like the literal Titan from Attack on Titan. Kind of, actually, yeah, the G-Max does.
And the Grimmsnarl is not a bad one. I think there's other more iconic fairy types, but I like Grimmsnarl. I wouldn't be mad if someone said it was a top 5.
Fairy was literally the hardest one to do out of all of them.
Because
it was just so
little.
difficult.
Mm-hmm.
There's so few of them. I think most of them are good.
Or okay.
There's definitely very little terrible.
Yeah, or I'm not offended by many fairy types.
Yeah, the spread is not as good.
Yes.
It's all clustered up at the top.
I have a top and I have a bottom, clearly.
Okay, let me finish this email, and you can tell us,
go for
Claude. Kirlia is in my bottom 5 simply due to how frail it is in Gen 3 Nuzlocke. It's a scenario where I get super lucky and scoop a Ralts just for a Kirlia to get no-scoped by some random 480 base stat opponent in and around Mauville. It's a waste of time. Just get a Zigzagoon for Belly Drum. Pog. Zigzagoon in Gen 3 couldn't learn Belly Drum.
Yes, it can.
Right?
It was a Gen 3 event.
No, Extreme Speed. Extreme Speed. It was Extreme Speed. No, it was Extreme Speed.
Extreme Speed I couldn't get. Yeah. Belly Drum is level up, but Extreme Speed
it got Belly Drum.
Only.
Mm-hmm. That's what it was. Appreciate you all. By the way, I'm a Pokemon Go stan now. Went from level 37 to 42 just this summer. Oh my god.
That's a major.
That's a lot. That's a lot, actually. That's a lot.
For me, who took forever to get to 40, yeah, no. He grinding it. That's good, though. Good for him.
Fun fact, I'm not even 40 yet, so it's fine.
Neither am I, and I haven't played in like 3 years.
I've been on and off playing.
Please send help, but know the news section is applicable to someone out there. Signing out, Walrain1106. Well, you're welcome for the news section. We know it's applicable. People like to listen to us for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Our next section is going to be for Coffee Lock. I believe Claude has this. But beforehand, tell us your top and bottom fairy types, Claude. Because you put some work into this, and I got to let you do it.
All right. So my top 5, going from number 5, I have as Snubble. I love Snubble. I don't know why I love Snubble.
We agree with
but
this.
I love Snubble.
Yep, nope, that's a good one.
I think Snubble is great. Granbull is
Continue.
very mid, but Snubble is adorable.
Yeah.
We literally had this exact opinion last week.
My number 4 is Dedenne, because I think Dedenne is cute and adorable. I also have really good memories of Poke the episode with Dedenne, so it cracks it.
Yeah, no, I understand. I can understand your like for it.
Yep. Number 3 I have is Primarina. I like mermaids, and I like, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That, and it's one of my wife's favorites, so I feel like I have to put it up here.
That's fair.
I didn't need to know this about you.
That's fine. Number 2 is Wigglytuff, to probably nobody's surprise.
That's fair.
As basically a Wigglytuff main in Unite.
Yeah.
And then the real no one shock for number 1 is Mega Audino. I love Mega Audino with a burning passion.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's so many good ones. I don't fault you for, like, any of those choices. They're all good.
No, it's fine. No, the real heat comes with the bottom 5. Number 5 is Florges. I really don't like Florges. I just don't like Florges.
Disagree.
I agree.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
That's...
Number 4 I have is Igglybuff, because I think it's dumb and I don't like baby Pokemon very much. And that's my least favorite of all the baby Pokemon is Igglybuff.
What about Cleffa?
I like it more than Igglybuff.
Klawf is cuter.
Yeah. Number 3 I have as Morgrem. It just feels off to me. I don't like the middle forms a lot of the time. Impidimp is cool. Grimmsnarl is cool. Morgrem sucks.
Awkward teenager.
Number 2 I have as Mr.
It's the awkward middle child.
Yeah, it's literally... Yeah.
Number 2 I have as Mr. Mime, because everyone hates Mr. Mime.
Yeah.
And then my hot take for my least favorite fairy type is Zacian. I think Zacian is dumb. It doesn't fit like a fairy, it doesn't feel like a fairy, and it doesn't deserve to be a fairy.
It shouldn't exist.
Honestly, I don't think it's a terrible take. That's not a bad take. I still have worse, in my opinion. I think Aromatisse is worse,
Aromatisse.
What's the pre-evos?
Spritzy.
Oh yeah, no, Spritzy, at least Spritzy should be bottom for me.
So after playing a lot of Little Cup, I have a lot more respect for Spritzy than I should.
Yeah, that's fair. I understand you.
Spritzy's good in Little Cup.
Yeah, Spritzy and Swirlix I've had a lot of success with. And I'm like, all right, I have to keep you around for a little bit. But that's my list of top and bottom 5s. Don't care. All right, anyways, on to the mailbag question. Dear Trainer Thatch, Fluffiest Whimsicott, and Sublime Manic. All right, so Shark, are you Sublime or Fluffiest?
I'll leave it to you. You get to pick.
All right, I will be the Fluffiest Whimsicott today, and then you are
Cool.
Sublime.
That works.
I won't assume it. I won't assume which one. It's fine. Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming
ahead.
you're Trainer Thatch, but that's just because...
I guess I could be today.
Oh, it's true.
Unless you want to be Fluffiest Whimsicott, I'll be Thatch.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, okay. Long-time listener, first-time mailbag writer. And after the choices for top and bottom 5 fairies were shared, I had to write in. The number 1 fairy pick for all Poke fans should have been the enigmatic Clefairy, originally taking the spotlight role as Ash's partner and mascot of the franchise. What?
Yeah, that was a thing, that it was supposed to be the mascot instead of Pikachu.
Yep.
Anyways, I've watched this Pokemon dance under a full moon in the anime, to every Monday in GSC, and finally in Arceus, with all the grace benefiting a fairy. Clefairy stands the most iconic fairy Pokemon, just as Gengar does with Ghost, Pikachu with Electric, and yes, Thatch, Charizard with Fire.
Stop.
I don't remember saying that, but sure.
Charizard with Fire. Okay, so like, I've been trying to be better about social media, right? And I put up an image of it was an image that I found that was Pikachu and Charizard giving each other's thumbs up, and the caption was Pikachu and Charizard acknowledging each other when they realize they're going to be in every single game forever. And I put our own caption that said like, I hate it. And the number of text messages I got from my IRL friends that like saw that tweet it was very high.
All right. Well, following up, Gardevoir is a magnificent second place choice representing a competitive edge with an appropriate design. Sure. Especially considering the combination with Glade's fighting type. The idea of a princess and a warrior from the same line should appeal to most fans. Klefki is my next recommendation for top 5. It's a
jingle.
Jingle.
Okay. As this bulky Pokemon, it doesn't really have a lot of good stats. I don't think it's that bulky.
No, it uses its screens.
It's not
to get
that bulky. It's literally the typing.
Screens. Okay, yeah. With one of the best typings in the game, yes, that is true. Is not an object mon. Okay. A common misconception, but Klefki is not a floating metal fairy made of keys. That is true. Unlike our Candlemon, Litwick, or the Ice Cream Cone Vanillite, Klefki holds the objects and is not made of them. That is true.
No. It's literally a key ring. Like, Klefki is a key ring. It's the key ring. It's not the keys. It is the key ring. It is still an object. Key rings are still objects.
Yeah, true.
I love the image of a mighty Hydreigon cowering in fear of a Klefki jingling its keys. Florges can take the number 4 slot, being the first new pure fairy type introduced, with multiple forms to give everyone a design they love. And I hate Florges. I think it's useless. I think it doesn't do anything, and it's a waste of space. Anyways,
you're wrong,
lastly,
okay.
I would pick Togetic. Standard for me in every gold-silver playthrough. Its design is equal parts whimsical and adorable. It could have easily been a mythical resembling Mew and Celebi's designs. I like Togetic. Togetic's fine. Anyways, bottom 5, I will start with the most controversial take of all. Togekiss is number 1. It's not the greatest. Yeah, it's fine. One of my favorite Pokemon in Gen 2 gained evolution that stripped it of a lot of its design I loved of its pre-evolved form. No more arms or neck, its sleek floating fairy became a bulky airplane. Perhaps if its neck and head shape was maintained, though, through the evolution, it could have been salvaged. But alas, I'll have to hope and wait for a Paldean form. Number 2 is Mr. Mime. No one likes Mr. Mime. Number 3, Enamorus. And I think we all agree there. I kind of like Enamorus. It's growing on
I
me.
think the base Enamorus is good. I think the Therian can be on the bottom. Just like...
Therian, yes.
Yeah.
Incarnate, no.
Yeah.
But I need to see more of it and play with it more, because it was just an afterthought in Legends Arceus before I can truly give it a thought. Anyways, I'm with Thatch for Alcremie in the bottom 5, so I'm adding it here. And while Alcremie is a cute Pokemon, I prefer the monstrous Slurpuff from my cake Pokemon as we've had for a few gens. Finally, I want to add Grimmsnarl to the list. I love the first 2 evolutions of its line, however Grimmsnarl seems to be all over the place, losing the demonic pink color of Impidimp and being bulky in all the wrong places. For a Pokemon whose signature move is False Surrender, I can never imagine falling for it as it is the size of a bear and always looks threatening. Okay. I look forward to your guys' responses. Coffee Lock.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with these things, so.
Yeah, they're not bad. Again, Grimmsnarl could be best and worst at the same time. And that's not... I don't disagree with either of their opinions. It's fair. Even though I'll say it does...
No, their opinions are wrong.
Grimmsnarl does have
There was no
Spirit Break,
Snubbull,
which is a fairy move and is a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good signature move.
I think that's its best move, in my opinion.
Yeah. Honestly, Spirit Break I could see as being one of the moves that, when coming to Gen 9, being one of the ones that's spread out on multiple Pokemon.
All right. One last email. It's going to be from K Fury this week.
All right. Hi there, Puckle. K Fury here. I'm hoping this won't be a super heated email. Despite having a good amount of Pokemon and some real bangers, I don't have super strong feelings about my fairy types. I feel like part of this is that so many of the early fairy types, when Gen 6 came out, were either substituted or added to previous Mons, some of which were pretty established as their own Pokemon, so I don't necessarily associate the fairy type as much with them. That being said, I can't believe the top 5 list didn't have Azurill on it. It's clearly the epitome of what fairy type should be, sarcastically.
/S.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
yeah,
good.
no.
The /S is there.
Yeah, /S. Yeah, no. Azurill should, honestly, I can agree. Azurill is, honestly, I think Azurill is worse than Igglybuff. I could see it.
Yes.
I
don't think Azurill should exist.
That's the first
It
thing.
shouldn't.
I don't think it should exist.
Yeah.
I don't think baby Pokemon should exist. There, I said it.
That's not bad. I take either.
I agree with you for most of them. I think Pokemon like Elekid and Magby and Pichu have their place.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that Igglybuff needed to exist, or Cleffa, or Azurill, or why not? I don't think they needed to exist.
Or Mime Jr., or Toxel.
Yes, I think every baby Pokemon we got after Gen 2 was 1000% unnecessary.
Toxel's different. I'll say that. It's designed as a baby, not that it got to become a baby like the rest of them. So I think Toxel's okay.
It shouldn't have been a baby Pokemon. Yes, I think baby Pokemon are dumb with the except after Gen 2. I think most of the Gen 2 ones are okay, but even then that's cutting it. Like Elekid I really like because then it lets you get Electabuzz early game in new generations, which I think is fine. But it's the other things I don't like. Smoochum's great. I like Smoochum.
Mm-hmm. All jokes aside, I feel that some of the post-6 Gen fairies, Xerneas, Deontay, Mimikyu, the Tapus, and Grimmsnarl come to mind, were more established as fairy types. They can come to mind more than some of the others. The dual-type fairies do pretty well when they take the secondary type and mold the fairy into it by being some sort of mythical or cute, which is why some stuff like Alolan Ninetales or Gardevoir work too. It's definitely a good complementary type that adds solid visual or in-game lore component to other types. I have to say too, I would not have been opposed to Whimsicott in the top 5, so I'm doubly surprised the fluffiest Whimsicott restrained herself. I think that's probably going to be on the grass list
She did.
more than the fairy list.
Shh. We're not going to talk about that. We're not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet. We'll see. We'll see who's on that episode. Yeah. A lot of my favorite types have yet to come up on these episodes, so I'll likely have some more passionate information when that happens. But until then, hope everyone's having a good day and appreciate all that you do.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for that, K-Fury. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get our Green Taurus badge winner. I honestly think it's got to be it's got to be Coffee Lock. I like Coffee Lock.
That's fine. It's either Coffee Lock or K-Fury. We're the ones that don't have badges right now, so
Let's go Coffee Lock.
Coffee Lock.
Let's go Coffee Lock. All right. And on that note, if you guys want to keep doing keep listening to the show, we really appreciate it. If you want to keep up with us throughout the week, puclpodcast.com is a great place to go. Yeah, chat with us throughout the week. You can also follow us on social media at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I whenever I say that, I just laugh because I can't believe I did it. And then we've, of course, got the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/PucklePodcast. You can watch us over at Twitch at twitch.tv/thePucklePodcast. I try to stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Hopefully no more life events continue to happen. Thursday I might not be able to. I have to be at a rehearsal dinner for a wedding I'm in. Yeah, isn't that crazy? The wedding's not till Sunday, but the rehearsal's on Thursday. It's very confusing. And of course you can keep up with us there. But if you want to help support the show, the best way to do it is to go to our Patreon at patreon.com/PucklePodcast, where we've got Pokemon giveaways. I think soon to be the return of Game Corner, but exclusively to Patreon, just because it takes so much work. So if you want to get in on new Game Corner, that's the best place to go for it. And outside of that, you guys can also follow us anywhere else or anything. Just listen to the show. We really appreciate it. And on that note, I have been Trainer Thatch.
I've been Clawf9.
And I've been Sharkfinnigan.
And here in the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's closing time.
It's closing time in Lavender Town. Time to say our goodbyes. It's closing time. Farewell, my friend. flip side.